It was a few weeks ago and I was packing my bags the night before a short family trip up to the north coast of Ireland. I grabbed my Fujifilm X-T4, which is my daily camera, and no word of a lie, my first thought was something like, oh, I'm sure there's some classic Chrome-based Fujifilm recipe already loaded on there that I can use for this trip. But that's when I realised it's time to kick the habit, go cold turkey on classic Chrome. That's it, I'm saying it. No more classic Chrome. Well, for this trip anyway. So, the morning before setting off, I decided to load 3 new recipes into my Fujifilm X-T4 and only shoot JPEGs on this trip using one of these 3 recipes. And there was only one rule: no classic Chrome allowed. In this video, I want to share with you these new Fujifilm recipes that I've created, show you some of the photographs I've taken with each, and sort of explain a little bit about why each recipe was created and what it can be used for. So here we go, recipe 1. Daily Astia. Terrible name, I know, sorry. Over the last year or so, I have designed a lot of Fujifilm recipes, many with classic Chrome, classic negative, nostalgic negative, Provia and Acros, but one film simulation that I haven't explored the full potential of yet is Astia. This recipe was born and boringly named Daily Astia because I have been lacking a Daily Astia recipe that could work in a variety of settings, producing crisp, contrasted, natural images with rich, saturated colours. An Astia recipe for everyday use, hence Daily Astia. The colours of Astia sit somewhere between Provia and Velvia. Because Astia is a little bit bluer and more saturated than Provia, I decided for this recipe to shift the white balance quite heavily to the warmer side. It has a weak, large grain and -2 sharpness, probably my favourite combination of these settings. The colour setting is right the way up, while the dynamic range is right the way down, so be careful when exposing this recipe that you don't lose those highlights. Overall, I'm really happy with the results from this new recipe I've created, Daily Astia. I think the colours and the photographs I took look really true to life and natural. This next recipe, however, couldn't be more different. Introducing canned heat. I initially created canned heat over a year ago when playing around with recipes to best capture sunsets. One of my other classic negative recipes, Peach Fade, prevailed from that experiment, and thus canned heat was forgotten until now. I dusted it off, gave it a few tweaks, and then brought this Frankenstein's monster of a recipe back to life just for this trip. Canned heat gets its name from the massive white balance shift to the warm side, controlled by a fairly muted saturation of -2. It has a medium dynamic range, soft highlights, but clarity turned up as far as she goes to make this recipe really punch. Maybe it's the classic negative film simulation, or the white balance shift, or a combination of everything together, but this is almost giving me a teal and orange look. Whatever it is, this recipe is 100% a vibe and definitely very film-like, whatever that means. So that was canned heat. I reckon that's a bit of a Marmite recipe. Some people will love it, some people will hate it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this recipe. Anyway, on to my third and final recipe that I used on this trip. Regular viewers might remember this one from a few videos ago. It's my new favourite black and white recipe, salted slate. I created salted slate a couple of months ago in the depths of winter with the aim of capturing dark, moody, black and white photographs of the Irish coastline. Maybe it was a bit of a cop-out choosing a black and white recipe for this no chrome challenge, but once you see this recipe, you'll forgive me. Salted slate is based on the film simulation Acros with a green filter. Its key features are its strong, large grain, its thick, heavy shadows, and its low dynamic range, which forces you to underexpose to preserve your highlights. By underexposing this recipe, you're rewarded with a deep, dark, moody, rich, eerie, beautiful look that'll make it hard to take black and white photographs any other way. I just had to take this Fujifilm Recipe Salted Slate for a spin up on the north coast of Ireland. Just look at how it captured Port Stewart's Dominican convent at dawn. So atmospheric. So there you have it. Those are my 3 no Chrome Fujifilm recipes that I decided to load into my Fujifilm X-T4 and take with me on this short trip up to the north coast of Ireland. If you're a Fuji shooter like me, why don't you give daily Astia, canned heat and salted slate a go and let me know your thoughts. If you like these recipes and you want to check out all of my other recipes, you can do that by heading over to my website. It's rossandhisjpegs.com. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll have plenty more coming soon, so feel free to like, subscribe or whatever. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day, whatever you're at, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!